We're not going to play with these anymore. Maga hats are off. America First hats are on.
Now that we don't care, it's eating you alive. We do not care that you want us to care.
Every few weeks, that group gets to burn in their MAGA hats. First it was the farmers, then it was the working class. Now they're burning their hats because Trump said nobody cares about that Jeffrey Epstein list. Somebody tell Trump that Meemaw and Peepaw definitely still care about that Jeffrey Epstein list. But this being the straw that broke the camel's back reminds me that this is one of the most gullible groups of people in the world.
Welcome back to the channel, my lovelies. Do hope that you guys are doing all right, and hopefully God has protected you and preserved you very well. Thank you to each and every one of you that support me on here. We are back with another interesting episode to look at even today. Shout out to my members, by the way. You guys, I love you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, apparently, MAGA people are at it again. They continuously ban their, MAGA merchandise. For example, there are those that are banning hats because they can't believe that he is not, releasing the Epstein files, and he actually called them fools, and he literally said quite a lot of stuff. So we're going to see what are other people saying about this, their reactions towards this, because a lot of people have seen them do these things as soon as things don't go their way. I think that is the reaction that we expect from MAGAs. As soon as things don't go their way, they throw the tantrums, they will storm the Capitol and all of that, yeah. But we are going to look at what other people think about these actions. Do you think people here are excited that they're doing this, or people definitely don't care, and people are they saying, you are definitely getting what you deserve, it's time you feel the pain, that your kids will always be a target? Anyway, let's watch this, come back and talk about it. Do me a favor, like the video, share it, don't forget to like, subscribe.
So I was a super Trump supporter in 2016. I voted for him in 2020. I didn't vote for him in 2024 because his rhetoric got super gay, and I felt like he betrayed the base, and he was talking about implementing more immigration, and I saw that he wasn't going to promise that we wouldn't go to war with Iran. Then he got elected, and it's been nothing but disappointment after disappointment. We've bombed Iran. We're increasing H-1B visas, replacing American workers. There's no mass deportations. Now he's talking about amnesty. That's not really amnesty for farmers. We're probably going to go into an all-out war with Iran eventually. And now the straw that broke the camel's back was this whole entire Epstein cover-up, which is super gay. So I'm pretty sure Trump is banging kids, or he's at the very least protecting people that banged kids, which I'm just not really cool with. So I have 3 of my MAGA hats here today, and we're gonna burn them. Yeah, so these are basically yarmulkes now, and this is a Christian country, so we're not gonna play with these anymore. MAGA hats are off. America First hats are on. Burn, baby, burn. And this is a great representation of what's left of MAGA.
But this being the straw that broke the camel's back reminds me that this is one of the most gullible groups of people in the world. They completely forgot that Trump's not just a politician. He's a businessman. And he was born rich. It doesn't make financial sense for him to be a man of his word. Trump losing MAGA support would be great if this was 2016, but as it stands, it's symbolic of something much worse. Trump has agitated a group to be so reactionary, he's fed them so many lies, he can't rein them in. The MAGA movement has outgrew Trump, and in the worst way possible. Trump fearmongered that the streets were littered with illegal predators and criminals who are going to follow your children into the bathroom during the government-mandated drag show. Those people and their perceived reality aren't just going to go away, especially because their savior didn't deliver. They're only going to get more bitter and cynical. And when you couple that with this rise of conservatism and religious psychosis from both conservatives and liberals, man, we are about to get a whole new brand of pragmatic neoliberal. And not to sound too much like a conspiracy theorist, but I think that was the ruling class's entire strategy. Shock and awe. So when the less brash, equally brutal Republican runs for office again, we're not as defensive.
We're not going to play with these anymore.
So let me get this straight. Children begging for their lives, asking you to please vote for gun reform so that we can go to school safely. That wasn't enough for you. Elderly people losing their benefits along with veterans. That wasn't enough for you. Children going hungry. That wasn't enough for you to vote in the best interest of this fucking country. No, that wasn't enough for you. The climate. And now you're seeing for your own two eyes flooding and fires everywhere, along with hurricane season in full effect. And that wasn't enough for you. No, that wasn't enough for you. That wasn't enough for you. All of these mass shootings was not enough for you to vote in your best interest, regardless of who it was. Male, female, black, or white, or Asian, American. It didn't matter who it was. It wasn't enough for you. You let your misogyny and your racism get in the way of what was the best interest for you and your family. But now, you're telling me that oh my God, what is changing your mind now about this dickwad is the Epstein files. What's changing Maga's mind? What is waking Maga up? It's the fucking Epstein files. No, Adriana Smith and Amber Nicole Thurman was not enough for y'all, even though you claimed that you were pro-life. Their deaths were not enough for you to wake up and say, damn it, we're in a fucking cult. No, that wasn't enough for you. The Epstein files not being released was the tipping point for MAGA to say, damn it, we're in a fucking cult. The Epstein files. And you don't give a fuck about the victims. You truly don't. You can't name one victim on there. Do you know what happened to Victoria Guthrie? Need I say that I remember her tweeting that she was not suicidal, and if anything was to happen to her, someone did it. I want y'all to put a pin in that. Now, the details of her unaliving have not been released. They just said it was a schmuicide. Hold on to that. And now, here you are, all of you, hiding your fucking faces because you don't want to be seen. Hiding your fucking faces, burning hats. We don't care. Because you can burn whatever you want to, whatever flag, whatever hat, whatever shirt, whatever pair of pants, whatever camo you want to. But on the inside, you are still the same fucking person. You are still the same hateful, devious, mischievous, Jan Sitzers, and people that voted for this person. And if you voted for that person and you think just like him, I'm sorry to tell you that you do. You think just like him. Some of you were a little misguided and you're coming to your senses. But the rest of you who went on and made these posts and drunk that Kool-Aid since 2015, you are not waking up. You just have a hangover. This is like being an alcoholic. You're going to need more than burning a hat for that. You're going to need therapy, and you're going to need AA. Or should I call it TA? Because this is going to have to detox out of your system. You're going to have to stand up in front of a group of people and tell them what you did, how you did it, and how you did not care. And now that we don't care, it's eating you alive. We do not care that you want us to care.
For all the people who were MAGA and are finally coming to their senses, I'd like to remind everyone else, not because they feel bad about voting this man in means they're a good person. They still voted him in, even after he was a felon. they still voted him in after he committed all those crimes. They still voted him in after him being sexist, racist, fatphobic, xenophobic, a bigot, homophobic, transphobic, biphobic, all of those things. He was never not those things. So not because they had a change of heart and like are burning their hats now, turning a new leaf, means it's not the same thing book. It's the same book, love. The cover is the same. Same book, just different page. If you were MAGA, you are a hateful person. Hateful. And I will never trust you.
MAGA, burning your red caps? Those are your key into the cult. Don't burn them now that we know what they all stand for, so we can call you out when we see you. Make any girl available. My attorney general's an airhead. Make accusations go away. Make assault go away. Don't burn them now. Now we know exactly what they mean, and we want to see you wearing them, so we know exactly what you support and stand for when it comes to young children.
MAGA is mad. They're so angry. I could watch videos of MAGA hats being burned like all day. One fewer hat every time. I love that. But here's the thing. I don't think that they are mad at the right things. They're directing all of their anger at Pam Bondi like she's not just like an extension of him doing whatever it is that he says to do and listening to everything that he says. I mean, clearly they didn't expect the blowback whenever she said there's no list, because then there was a list again and now there's not, or somebody else wrote it or whatever. Like, they're only mad because they think that he's protecting Democrats. They don't understand yet that it's clear he's on the list. But that's okay. Like, keep burning it. Keep being mad. Keep burning your hats.
And the guy who posted that video on social media is a huge MAGA fan, super right-wing. It seems like so many of these Trump voters are just done with him now. This MAGA civil war is not going anywhere anytime soon. Donald Trump was really hoping that with this new statement, people would just fall into line and follow his lead. But many of these diehard Trump fans are saying, not so fast.
MAGA's burning their hats because Trump said to forget about the Epstein files. People are uploading videos of them burning their MAGA hats and taking down their signs in front of their houses. This is because Trump promised to release the Epstein files, and he said there was no Epstein files, and he said there's Epstein files written by Obama. Then he said forget about it.
Let things get this
Well, we need to protect the children of this country. People want to see justice happen for those children that were taken away from their families. However, they now feel like Trump is protecting him and other people. By playing down the importance of releasing these files, now trying to blame Democrats for making the files. But Epstein wasn't arrested until 2019.
To have this much concern for kids, but not have this much concern for your neighbors, disgusting. Children turn into adults one day.
You're saying this all could have been prevented if people saw what he was doing to adults in the first place? They shouldn't be surprised by his actions towards children. Children don't know how to make decisions for themselves. Adults do. So why should I care about another adult?
You can totally not care what happens to a stranger now that they're all grown up or that their life is going to be negatively impacted, but you care about a kid who will one day be an adult that you also won't care about. I just don't understand.
We need to help kids make decisions as much as they can until they get developed so they can make the decisions on their own. What's so hard to understand? Acting like division in America is caused by adults that stop caring about other adults.
Because history repeats itself, and we need to prevent anything like this from happening ever again so we can actually prosper as a...
Well, I agree we need to prevent Epstein from ever happening again. Who cares what happens to other adults?
The only thing America is missing is community, and once...
It's too late! Hyper in the planet 2024!
Hey, it's Joe from Georgia. So it appears that the MAGA crowd, or a good portion of them, are pretty upset over what's going on with the administration in more than one way, because they're calling them non-transparent. If you want to know what those are burnt MAGA hats. And that's what Nick Fuentes, who, well, first of all, he's a piece of work himself. He actually has been described as a white supremacist, but he is posting on X that they've been fooled by the Trump administration and led down a path that they did not plan on going on. So in retaliation for Pam Bondi and the administration not releasing the Epstein files and who's on it, this is the new trend for MAGA. They are burning those notorious red hats. And all I can say is, congratulations if you have finally gotten to that point to where you have to burn that symbol that's been emblazoned on your head for the last 8 years. Thank God. Maybe there is hope for you.
I want to thank all the MAGA supporters yesterday who actually took them hats off their head and put that lighter fluid on it and burned that son of a gun to the ground like it deserves to be. Because one thing about it, man, we both can agree on whether we like each other or not. We damn so don't like no pedo, if you understand what I'm saying. So anybody that's taking orders or anybody that's even close to that man, you hear me? I can never have no respect for you. You can come around my kids. I can't even look at you and not want to do something to you, let alone you give me an order and I got to serve you. Oh, no, man. MAGA, y'all the truth. Yesterday, the ones who stood up and actually burned that grit down to the ground, instead of keeping America divided, now we going to make America great again the right way. Not the orange way, but the right way. I was wondering why that orange man got so mad on that interview, too, y'all, when they kept asking him about Jeffrey Epstein. What do everybody want to keep talking about that? He's been gone. He's been gone. What? You said you was going to release the files. That's why we want to know. And now Elon keep putting you on blast. Don't be mad at us. Just drop them files like you make them people drop they... Never mind.
I'm so frustrated and aggravated at the Trump administration right now. I told you all when he done something that I did not agree with, you'd be the first to find out about it. And the post that he made on his social media this morning is disgusting. You can't call this a Democratic hoax like Russia, Russia, Russia. It is not, and we all know it's not. You make promises. If you cannot keep a promise, you need to come forward and tell the American people why you cannot keep this promise. But to say that your supporters have bought this Democratic hoax, hook, line, and sinker, and you don't want their support anymore, blah, 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 that is disgusting, President Trump, and you should do better.
So the hill MAGA and Republicans are going to die on is the Epstein Hill. That's the hill y'all going to die on. That is y'all stopping the tracks, Trump. We don't believe you anymore. It's not cutting Medicaid. It's not gutting the education system. It's not giving Planned Parenthood access to all of our information so they can create a database on all Americans. It's not allowing Israel to do whatever the fuck in this country. It's not allowing Putin to do whatever he wants to Ukraine, even though Ukraine is our ally. It's not watching families being stripped apart and being placed in ICE detention centers that are horrible. It's not snatching women's rights to their own body back. It's the fuck Epstein files. And this is why we call y'all a cult. Y'all don't give a damn what this man does. But as soon as little white girls are in trouble, here y'all come to the rescue. Yes, let's be real. The only reason y'all care about these Epstein files is because it was little white girls that were being assaulted. If it was little black girls, you wouldn't have gave two. But it involves your children, white children. That's where y'all draw the line. Not the kids being snatched up left and right, separated from their mother. Not the government putting children's DNA into a criminal base as if they've committed a crime. Not cutting after-school programs and school programs for underprivileged children. And just for that, I hope them files never come out.
You know, it is very interesting because a lot of them think that by doing this, this is an action of defiance against MAGA, against Donald Trump. A man that clearly don't care, especially he told them when they were voting for him, he said, I don't care about you. I don't care about any of you. All I want is your votes. And it came from his mouth. If we are to retrieve all the footage and everything, he's been making everything clear to them that I don't really care so much about you. All I care for is your votes. And they gave him the votes all that he needed to be where he is at right now. Therefore, right now, that's why he's trying to get rid of anything that can literally have him in a chokehold of being accountable to the law. He wants to get rid of it, yeah? And I don't know why it wasn't like that clear to them to see that, you know what, this man from the beginning. I mean, a lot of people in the comment section and those that have reacted are saying these people were so gullible. They believe the smallest of lies that even a child can see. And those are the people that we have to live with in the world. You have those that are skeptical, they do the research, they educate themselves, and you have those that are literally waiting to be told, because quite a number of them, all the things they say is regurgitating what they've been told. No facts, no nothing, except always going back to, he told us this. Yeah, he told you that, but what is he doing, right? And what did he do before? So they normally don't study so hard. And I think at this point, they see the contradiction of some of the things he used to say. You know, he respects human life, he loves kids and all of that. Now they are realizing that they are dealing with a man that is okay with kids being abused, kids being taken advantage of, with voices of victims being silenced. And they can't take it anymore. Yeah. But it is time, like you've seen in the reactions, people were saying, you know what? None of the bad things that were happening that people were blowing horns for and telling you and alerting you made any sense until when this one happened, the Epstein files. And I don't even know why it is really causing that much of a controversy with a guy that literally passed. If at all this man is not on the list, or if at all he doesn't have anybody that is so close to him that is on the list that he knows very well if he exposes what is on the list, then he's not going to have an office at all, or he's going to lose all his credit. But the thing is, he's lost so much credit. I don't know, taking you guys to war with Iran and all this saga and drama, none of that worked. The tariffs and all of that, none worked. The people that he's ambushing and the families he's tearing apart. The civil rights, programs that are supposed to be benefiting black and brown people. None of that mattered until when this, came along, and then you're like, now he's non-truthful, he's non-transparent. He's always been that person that you are seeing right now. It's just that it was too hard for you to be convinced, because a lot of the Magas felt like people don't like him just simply because he's Trump, because he wants to put America first. Well, now it looks like he's not putting the American lives and voices first. He's the type of person that wants to even deport Americans out of America. So it is just a lot that are unfolding that Magas are not okay with. But again, these tantrums, people are telling you right now that we don't care, because we know as soon as things don't go your way, you are definitely going to come and cry. It's the same thing that happened on January, when he knew he did not win. His people resorted to that. I haven't seen any Democrats storming anything. Of course, you see them talking and not happy about the things that are happening, but violence is not their way. At the same time, I understand that Trump is not the type that tolerates violence. He will literally curb it, because, he loves violence himself, and that's what gets his blood really going. So, but basically, people really don't care with whatever reaction you are giving right now, because in the first place, you really never cared, even when they told you he was lying to you. But it is what it is. I don't think you guys are going to be able to get the answers that you're looking for. Except, it will be a slight chance that you guys get the answers. But if not, looks like nah answers at all. But anyway, you guys are gonna let me know what you think about them banning these whatever signs, flags, caps, and all of that. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in another amazing video. Until then, my name is Chrissy, and I love all of you. Stay safe out there, and God bless you. Until then, bye.